Hi guys, my name is TV. In this tutorial I will explain how to install the Mega Zoom and Pan Image Viewer WordPress plugin. So this is a WordPress plugin. It is used to handle large images. I've tested it with images up to 5000 pixels. So you can use any type of image, any shape of image, any size, and you can zoom it to see in detail some parts of it. It can be navigated through the navigator or dragged with the mouse. Everything is optional. All the buttons here are optional. The order of the buttons can be modified. So for example, you can add these 4 buttons first and the scroll bar after. And one important feature that it has, it supports customizable hotspot markers that can be set anywhere on the image. And there are 3 types of hotspot markers. There is the link. When clicked, a new window will open. The tooltip, when hovered or clicked on or touch on mobile, there is a window that will appear. You can add any text here. And the info window marker. So when this is clicked, you can have a window with a lot of HTML content. Again, this content can be anything. It doesn't have to look like this. You can add your own. So yeah, these markers can also be set to appear after a certain scale. If you pay attention here, there is a marker that is popping up after the zoom. So keep this in mind. Also, the markers can be simple like this without any blinking, or these are using GIF files. They are blinking to cut off the attention. So there's a lot to say about this, but I think the idea is a good idea. And a few other examples of how this can be used. So this is another object. Again, a really large image. You can view it in detail. Also, I forgot to mention that there are 5 skins included. You can see them all here. These are also included in the plugin, so you can just select one of them and use them as they are. If you want to make any modification, just replace the graphics here. So this is another one. Project. You can hide the tooltips, also hide the controller to have more room here, and of course view it in full screen. Another important feature is that on right click it's possible to have a customized right click context menu. Again, this is optional. You can remove it entirely, but it's there if you want to use it. The text here can be modified. Doesn't have to be like this. Can add any text that you like. So I'll go through all of them. This is another skin. A kitchen. As you can see, it can be used in any scenario. This is a guitar. Okay, so back to WordPress. When you download the file, you will see something like this. Probably the name will be renamed, but inside of it there is the actual plugin. There are 2 files, the fwd zoomer.zip file, which is the plugin, and this is used to as an example. You can just copy and paste some text with predefined classes for each skin. So I will go through this a bit later. So I have the plugin here on the desktop. So to install it, upload plugin. It's installing. My internet connection is a bit slow, so it's taking some time, but the plugin is really small, so it should be installing a lot faster than this. Okay, so it's installed. We activate the plugin, and it's here on the left. You can see it. I see it here. So there are four main tabs. There is the general settings, the images manager, markers manager, and CSS editor. I will go through all of them before showing how to use it. So the general settings contains the settings related to everything basically, except the markers. The controller, you can hide the controller, switch the order of buttons. I will show you how to do that. Modify the context menu. So there are predefined. This is one that I don't want to delete it for now. There are. I will also close it. So there are five predefined presets. Each one contained are related to this skin. So you can see the round silver, embossed gray, minimal, dark, and so on. You can find them here. So if you want to use the round silver, just select skin round silver here, and you can use it as it is without making any type of modifications. If you do want some modification, for example, you want to remove some buttons or change some colors, or you have to create your own, so this is really easy to do. Just give here a new name, my preset for example, and click the add new preset button. Now everything can be modified here. After you modify it, you can just click the update preset settings and everything is done. So the main settings, it's related to the main settings tab is related to the display screen, the viewer, the zoomer maximum width and zoomer maximum height. Also you can set here the zoom factor, maximum zoom factor. So everything, it has some really useful information here that you can read about. The controller settings is related to the controller. You can remove buttons, change the order, spacing, and so on. The navigator settings is related to the navigator that appears here on the right. You can change some things there. The info window settings, it's related to the info button when it's clicked here. You can change some things there. The context menu, it's related to this one, the right click context menu. And the lightbox settings is related for the zoomer when the display type is set to lightbox. I will show you that in a few moments. The images manager is where you can add images. I already have one, but I will delete it. So you can add as many images as you like and use it in your theme. The markers manager is where markers are added. I already have some here, but I will delete them just to show you how to do it from scratch. I'm sorry about this, but I've done some testing. There, but just delete them for now. Update. And the CSS editor, it's you can use you can basically add CSS classes for the zoomer. Okay, so we'll leave the general settings for now. We'll just go to Images Manager and we'll add the image to show you how this works. So to add the image, just click Add New Image, give it a name, the image source. You can select it from the lab. I already have added here, but like I said, it can be any image. Like you see, this image is really large for, you can see the size here. So we added the image. Navigator image source is optional, so you don't have to add it, but for our purpose I'll just add a navigator. So the navigator is just a smaller version of the large image. You can be any size. The info window text, if I don't know, you want some text to appear when the info button is clicked, you can add it here. So add the image. So the image is here. Basically, this is all that needs to be done to have this. So we'll just update it, and now let's open this in a new tab. If it doesn't want to let me do it. So anyway, go to a post or page, it doesn't matter. So you can see when you are in a post or a page, you can see the shortcode generator with all our skins, all our presets, and here you can add as many images as you like. So you can, I don't know, you can add 10 images, or you can use them in a visual. You can go in visual and add the shortcode. Just click the button, or you can just copy and paste it from here. If for some reason this doesn't work, because some teams have some I don't know, modified editors, or remember that it's there, you can use it from there. Just click update. Now here is the post. If we refresh the page, basically this is it. The zoomer appears, the navigator appears, all the buttons are, of course there are no markers yet. You can go into full screen and just like, okay, so this is the idea. Now let's say we want to add some markers. We have to go to the markers manager and create a marker. So there are basically, like I said, there are 3 types of markers: links, tooltip, and info window, and a variation with GIF files that are blinking. So if you want a link that is blinking, just select the blink, or if you want simple, just select the simple. The same goes to this other stuff. Also, what's important here, if you can see, there are markers that have pointers down, and round markers. Basically, the one that have pointers have the registration points set here on the bottom. When you zoom, you can see the zoom point, it's on the pointer, and the round one have the registration point, scale registration point, in the middle. So when you zoom, you can see it zooming from the middle, so keep this in mind. So let's say we'll add the link, just add the name here, the pointer relative to center. There is also here an option you can choose to show this marker after a certain scale. So if you want to always show it, just set it to 0. But if you want to show the marker after, for example, the image it's scaled over 1.4 scale, you can just set here 1.4, and the marker will appear after that scale. Of course, just set the URL here. When the marker is clicked, this page will open. and here is some text that we can add here. If you remember, inside of the zip file, not this one, I'm sorry, there was a HTML file. So in this file I've added examples of text for each skin, round silver, tooltip, embossed gray. So basically for each one we can just copy the paste. You can just copy the HTML code and replace the text. This text has classes predefined in it that you can use without writing yourself, and the classes are defined in the CSS editor. I'll show you in a moment. Just go, not here, paste it in the visual text, and we have our marker. Now if you look here, you can see there is a class round silver tooltip info div, and this class is defined here in the CSS editor. So you can here it is, you can just modify here the text, the size, the color, whatever you like to modify. So back to marker manager. Oh god, I forgot to update the main marker, sorry about this. I'll do it again. Target blank. So every time you do this, make sure you click the update main marker, so otherwise the marker will be lost. So this is the link. We'll add a tooltip. Here in the tooltip, as you can see, when you hover, there is this window that appears. You can set the width of it here. If you like, you can set it to any width that you like based on the project. So I'll set it to 350 marker, and the last one, the info window. Set it to info window. We'll set it with blink, and we'll also change the registration point to bottom to this one. And you can take the text for, of course this is the same, almost the same ideas with the tooltip, so I'll just copy and paste it because it's easier. Marker, and here at link, this is link. When you hover it, you can see that appears that tooltip. You can just, it's a little bit too much text here, so we'll just add my link, just like this, simple. After this is done, we have 3 markers. You can identify it by name. We can add it on our image. So here at the bottom there is a button, add marker. You can just click the add marker. The image will appear that you have selected here, and there is a I don't know how to call it, a tool here that lets you set the markers on a point that you like. So for example, we want to set the link marker that we created here. Just click, and after it's done, add marker. So we can see our marker here. We'll add another one, the tooltip, we'll add it here. Just click. You can see the X position, Y position modifying here by clicking. And info window, we'll add it here. Okay, so after that you do this, just update the image. And also, if you want the info button, this can be disabled, but if you want an info window with info button to appear when on the project, you can add the text here, we'll just add the same, I think text is already the same text from the file that we copied earlier. So update image, make sure you click the update main images, and now if we refresh, you can see the markers here. So is the my link, and when clicked the page will open that is specified here. There is the tooltip. Of course there's not enough room, so like I've said there, the width of it can be modified. Now it's a bit narrow. And this is the info window with the pointer down and the blinking. Yeah, and here is the info window that is basically the same content. So you can add as many markers as you like this, like I've showed you there. I think you get the idea. I would like to go now to the control settings to remove some of the stuff here to show you how it works. So in the general settings, for the preset that we made, go in the control settings. So let's say, for example, we want to modify some stuff for the controller. We can set it to top. Now if we refresh, you can see the controller, it's on top. Of course, the navigator position also can be changed, but just to get an idea here. And I've done something before this. Let's just put this one over there. So to remove the tooltips, just remove them from button tooltips. Just delete this, all the content here. It is explained in detail how this works for both buttons and tooltips. So for example, let's say we want to remove the move left, the navigational arrows buttons. Just delete them from here, as you can see they are separated by commas, and add the scroll bar. Yes, the scroll bar is the first one, and I want to also add the full screen, the first button. So just cut it off from here and add it. I know it's a bit difficult to understand this at first, but it's a really simple concept. All the buttons have these names. If for some reason you forgot the names, or you can see them here, you can just type it down and okay, update. And now you can see the control is modified. The full screen is the first button, then the scroll bar. The same applies to everything. You can remove any buttons that you have here, so, and change the order as you like. So the context, the navigator setting, you can hide it and change the position. The info window again, you can change some colors. And what I want to say next is the context menu. When the right click context menu, it's also bound to the controller. So the context menu, it's defined, again separated with commas. Everything is explained here in the web file. So to hide it, just remove all the buttons here. Okay, and for example, to the control setting, you can remove it entirely by removing all the buttons here. So if we refresh, there is no control. Like you can see, you can zoom in, drag it, but there is no control bar there. So I will just delete it for now and create it again, because it's easier this way. Let me preset. Sorry about this, my preset. what I think you get the idea of the controller. You can also, there are some parameters that are explained in detail. There is no point to go through them. The main settings, for example, I would like to show you the different display settings. Let's say you want to open this in lightbox mode. So when you hover the page now and refresh the page, the zoomer appears in lightbox mode. Currently there is no, it can be opened on a click button, but it can be opened like this. It's something that I'm planning to add soon, to be able to open it from a button. And also full screen if you want to go full screen. You can see it is in full screen here. Okay, so you can also change the width, maximum width and height of the zoomer. So there are a lot of parameters here. I'll not go through them because most of them are self-explanatory. It's easy to understand. I just wanted to go through these buttons because it's a bit difficult to understand, but they also have tooltips and helps, and it's not a difficult process. So I think you get the idea. You can add as many images as you like here, like I've showed you, and markers the same, and just use them as you see fit. So yeah, this is it. I hope you enjoyed this project, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.